Instant is public knowledge how submerged the Manso areas are in illegal mining. In fact, when you go to Manso Dubia, many of their lands are already degraded. And so the chiefs will tell you that even if you sell it for somebody to build.
You know, politicians, they always politicize some things. The fight against Galamsey, the fight against Galamsey involves NDC and NPP coming together and then making up their mind, say they are going to stop Galamsey. But here comes the case. Say NDC and say, "Wa buying more bones and NPP for the ones nam chain, and they are buying the to Galana day." Sounds so say a NPP no wa buying more. You can see the NDC also going all sort of like as they will be almost baby Sabi and fuck well. Hey, when it comes to the interest of the people, the politicians, they don't give a damn. But rather when it comes to international interest, and the two of them will come together and then say that be with them. But there are some issues. It is not about a matter of say NDC they need their NPP, so they need their I think say this is the time for these two to come together and then say no to Galamsey, because the fight against Galamsey in Abusia as a film empire. You know, not too long ago, I just say a key story be about what happened within the Manso area. Abusia afede the tax force on MSM Penyinfo a wonu nso dimu ehwe ema the way tax force ni si yo munwuma no ekoso no wa cheche nsem. Or say in fact, hwenye no wanwa sa assemblyman for no. And then this time around the IGP Eddie Abayno, they have been able to do a lot, because when it comes to forestry area, every minus and one. Aside that, our main problem to Galamsey. Because when you go to Prestia, you can see say a cronin fin obi to Galamsey. When he no crano or Boame Galamsey, how much more you? Now police for class and there, we don't go there. Hey, the land of possibility. Here is the VJ show. Do what to subscribe, share the link, tell us about the VJ show, and the next thing is you do what to leave a comment.
Well, Winston, is public knowledge how submerged the Manso areas are in illegal mining. In fact, when you go to Manso Dubia, many of their lands are already degraded. And so the chiefs will tell you that even if you sell it for somebody to build a house, they need to rent bulldozers to reclaim it before they can use it. Lands have been devastated. Galamsey everywhere. Manso Dubia, Manson Cry, Tuntukrum, and its environs. So the IGP recently put a very strong team from Accra over there, and they've been working there. They've been seizing excavators, arresting illegal miners for about 2 weeks now. Now, yesterday on their patrols, they at Bonteso, Manso Bonteso, they found some excavators degrading the land close to residential areas in that particular town. So they went in, seized the excavators. By then, the Galamseyers had already bolted into the town. Then when they seized the excavators, they had two people, including the assembly member for the area, coming forward to claim ownership of the excavators.
The assembly member?
Yes, the assembly member for Bonteso. I'll look for his name for you.
Okay.
They came forward and claimed that they own the excavators, and so they should release them for them. And the team said, no, once we are here, we will take the excavators away. He's Patrick Asari, assemblyman of the electoral area.
Okay.
Then he went to town and started inciting the public against the team. So many of the illegal miners started, coming around. Before they could say Jack, quite a number of the community members, residents, if I would say, the entire community is coming at them. Some holding sticks, some throwing stones, pelting them with stones, some firing pump action gun behind them. just for them to drop the excavators. But the team said no. And so if you see the video, you see how they stood their ground. The people were unfazed. They were coming at them in their numbers. When they fired the warning shots, still, the people were still coming forward and trying to face them, boot for boot. So in the end, they have to stand their ground. They fired a number of warning shots, and they were able to maneuver, bring the excavators to Mansour Dubia, and were able to arrest the ringleaders, the assembly member, Patrick Asari, one Akwesiam Ponsa, and one Osei Vasco, who were leading the mob in that action. So some of the IGP's men sustained some, stone injuries to the mouth, legs, and others. So that's what happened in Mansour Bonteso yesterday.
Okay. So currently the assembly member and the others are in police custody?
Yes, they are in police custody at the Mansour Dubia police station. They have also been able to bring the excavators to the Mansour Dubia police station. They, however, were unable to pick one which was sitting in the pit because of the confrontation. There's one left there that they need to go back and pick, but because of the hostilities, they had to bring the one excavator to the Mansour Dubia and also get the suspects, 3 of them, in police custody.
Okay. Now, following the helicopter crash, the whole nation has been saddened, and the consensus is that we must win the war against illegal mining. Erastus, over the past week, has the fight been going, the fight against illegal mining?
Well, I would say that in some areas we're doing well, but the larger picture doesn't look good. In the area of forest reserves, for example, I would say that we chalked quite some meaningful success. The IGP's men have been able to raid forests like the ones in the Awin area, the Samreboy Enclave, the Tano Nimri, the Tano Anya, the Boy Tano, Boy River. They've been able to clear illegal miners from there. So we will say that that place has been calm for some time now. When you go to Nkaria in the Ashanti region, the Nyinahini area, Jimira extension, and some parts of Ofin shelter belt, they've been able to drive illegal miners out of there. The IGP's team have been patrolling that particular forest. If you know, recently, some miners went in there with 5 excavators. They went in and, took the excavators, arrested some people where they were met with some resistance, but they were able to move it. So you will say that in many of the forest areas, now things are calming down. But where we still have problems is the settlements. The settlements. You remember the IGP stormed the Wasa Japa, Wasa Ntwentwena, Wasa Krupon, where mining is done within the town itself, and arrested some people. They are back in their numbers. Okay. In fact, the Ayamfree Road is lined up. Recently, I had a friend shoot a drone there for me. And if you look at the footage, you see that the illegal miners are back by the main road within the town, mining freely with impunity over there. It also tells you how weak the security agencies are at the local level, how compromised many of the officers are at the local level. Mansour Dubia, for example, some of them, the policemen have stayed there for longer years, and they become so compromised. Some of them take monies from the illegal miners, and so they cannot control or enforce environmental laws in those areas. The same applies to the Wasa Krupon areas. When you go to Osino, within the town, but just by the main Kumasi Accra Road, we have spoken about it on so many occasions. It's still happening within the town, just by the main road. Konongo, Odumase, Akrokere, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So it is like a culture that is now creeping into settlement, because people feel that once nobody is enforcing the laws and they can pay their way out at the local level, now they can do whatever they like. That is a big challenge.
Okay.
And then the mining on water bodies. Now, almost every river at the moment have Shamfan machines sitting on them. Yesterday, somebody shot some videos to me from Sefijaboso, where you see Shamfan machines, a number of them on the Bia River. And look at how murky and dirty the river is. Pristia, Huni Valley, and now have seen the chiefs are, gathering momentum. They are assisting security agencies because now they are seeing the west of Galamsey in those areas. The Ankobra, the Pra, name it. Okay. Now in this area, Chebia Papam, you have chiefs who are now supporting a miner to dig a trench, ostensibly to divert the Brim River into the trench so they can go and sit within the basin of the Brim River and mine within the basin.
So this Ghana, this is Galamsey for us, and then this is how we are fighting Galamsey. And then I just say Galamsey Babe started. No. It started actually. And then at that time, because of they were not able to pronounce the word gather and seal. And I just say, almost started Galamsey, any So isn't there any strategy to fight Galamsey? Because you people are still using the outmoded way. You go there by force. What's easy excavators? Most easy ecosystem. Aside that, they are going to buy all the excavators and then put trackers there. So can't you people come out with a new method to fight Galamsey? And then why can't you people involve other stakeholders, especially the chiefs? Because they are the people like they can also command on their land they don't want Galamsey. Say no to Galamsey. Here is the video show. Do what to subscribe, share the link, tell us about the video show, and the next thing is you do what to leave a comment.